Learning more about a shooting in the Avenues Mall parking lot that led to a large police scene this afternoon, with several stores there within the mall having to lock down. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Channing Curtis. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office tells us there are no reported injuries and a person of interest is in custody. Right now, our Zach Wilcox is joining us live from the Avenues. And Zach, investigators still trying to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting.
Yeah, Channing, what we do know is that JSO told us there were a few hundred teenagers in and around the mall when this happened, and the gunshots just sent them scattering all over the place. So fortunately, like you mentioned, no one was hurt, or at least they're not aware of anyone who was hurt. There was just one car that was damaged during the shooting, and it was startling for people inside the mall, too. We talked with one employee about what his experience was like.
It was quick succession, loud. Hordes of people were running.
Noah Medina says it felt like gunshots rang out right next to the Journeys he works at in the Avenues Mall, so he took his coworker and ran for the nearest exit. He came back a few minutes later and says mall security told him to lock up the store.
As I was closing it down, there was a gentleman being jumped outside the store. All I could really think about was my safety. I didn't want to, get into anybody else's fights or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure my coworkers and everyone around me was safe at that time.
Medina says he closed down for about 20 to 30 minutes before reopening the store and continuing on with his workday, wondering what exactly just happened.
It was in the parking lot. That's the best information that we have. We did go inside and we cleared the entire mall for everyone's safety and out of an abundance for precaution to make sure that there's no threats inside the mall.
Lieutenant Mirnez Gazic says the gunshots in the parking lot near the food court sent a group of 100 to 300 teenagers scattering. He says they're still investigating what led up to the shooting with the large group around, but the only damage was a hole in the back of a car in the lot. Gazic says JSO set up a reunification area for parents to pick up their teens.
We want kids to have fun, to go to all these great locations if they can, but if you see like a teen takeover, anything like that, just be mindful and talk to your children so they can stay safe.
Despite the startling middle of his day, Medina lifted the security gate at Journeys and finished out his shift.
Gotta get the job done, gotta make some money. But I have faith in the cops doing their job outside, making sure everything's safe, so I feel safe in here, still doing my job.
Certainly a long day at work for him. Now, JSO mentioned that there was a teen takeover event, a planned teen takeover event happening at a location nearby. So given how close it was to the shooting, they're investigating if those two things may be connected. It's worth noting because we saw teen takeover events at the Friendship Fountain and at the Orange Park Mall, and with a lot of flashing lights just within the past couple of months. At the Avenues Mall, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.